sure?
Sure.
Okay. I think this is the 23rd.
Yeah.
Welcome to the 23rd episode of Dinner with Dan. I am your host, Dan Garris. We are recording on Sunday, February 15th, 2026, from Rowe Avenue in Dayton, Ohio's premier historic district known as Five Oaks. At the table tonight for dinner, we have table regulars Nan Whaley, Sam Braun, our new friend Dia, Paul Duncan Robinson, back from his excused absence of last week, and Kate Evans.
You get a note from your mother?
I know.
Table regular
this week.
Eddie may or may not show up, I'm not sure. Tonight we will continue reviewing our Oscar-winning Best Pictures, and this week it's 1941's How Green Was My Valley. But before we get into that Green Valley, what are we having for dinner?
It is shepherd's pie. There is one made with beef and lamb. And there is one made with lentils for Dia. And anybody else who would like to have it.
So nice of you, Kate.
Well.
Yeah, Kate made it.
Yes.
It's yummy.
Is it good? You like it?
It's yummy.
And I'm seeing asparagus
I roasted asparagus and a Waldorf salad.
and a Waldorf salad.
And she did make a trifle. Explain your trifle for dessert.
So yeah, I made a trifle because I made some things yesterday
For the
for
tea,
Julie's
for the
sprinkle.
Julie's sprinkle.
I made a chocolate cake and I made these little heart cakes.
They're so cute.
They were adorable.
They were cut in hearts.
But when you cut hearts out of a cake, it means you have leftover cake pieces. So I just kind of broke it all up, and then I used some of the leftover frosting and whipped cream and some berry lemon curd, and yeah.
She just whipped up a trifle.
I just whipped up a trifle. Because that's what I do.
Just like the Welsh stew.
For those of you...
I'm resourceful. I'm using my leftovers.
Well, that's good. For those of you who were born in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, what's a sprinkle?
Oh, it's a baby shower for the second born, after the family already has everything
So you have a shower,
for the first baby.
but the second one you just need a sprinkle.
Yeah,
Isn't that cute?
isn't it cute?
There you go.
So instead of all the clothes and things, we did books.
We are progressing along.
We
and
did diapers. So,
It was great. It worked out really
and it
well.
was not as big of a crowd. We only had, we didn't invite as many people. The showers are 25, 30 people.
It's intense.
And the sprinkle, we only invited 14 and 11 showed.
Do you also play games at a sprinkle?
We don't play games at showers or sprinkles that I do.
No.
We did.
Although we did have a
impromptu-
little pool.
Impromptu, we did a pool on how big the baby is going to be. And so all of us picked the weight of the baby that is coming. And so we'll see who's right.
And the winner gets?
Bragging
Pride.
rights.
Yeah, it's just the pride of it.
It's like Sam's fantasy football. You don't get anything, but you get the pride of ownership.
There you go.
More valuable than money.
It's that way. This is really good. What do you think of the shepherd's pie?
Yeah.
Yeah, fortunately, it's much better than what you get in England.
Well,
I want to be a shepherd.
That's something.
Sam hates English food.
Okay, well, let's go around the table. Nan, what have you done since we talked about Rebecca?
Well, so I have something new that happened to me this week. I had to go to Columbus twice this week. Once on Monday for work, and then Wednesday I was supposed to do this, have dinner with a friend from Akron, Liz Walters, and Misha Barnes. But they wanted, we scheduled this 2 months ago to do this presentation, because Liz has a new job. And she wanted Misha and I to look over this presentation she had, and then we were going to have drinks and dinner for Christmas because I hadn't seen Liz, I think, since we went to Montana. And so I get there, the presentation, and I'm busy, so I was trying to also get this board meeting done. So I'd scheduled a board meeting via Zoom in between the drinks and dinner. And I we're going to go to the Bourbon Bar on Gay Street, and I get to the Bourbon Bar on Gay Street after the presentation, and there's been a surprise 50th birthday party for me.
Oh, wow.
So it was very nice. There were lots of friends there. I clearly had no idea this was happening as I scheduled a board meeting in the middle of my surprise party. But it was very nice. So like the mayor was there, and some friends of labor were there, and my friend Rachel, who's a federal court of appeals judge, was there.
Oh, that's fun.
Lauren Dekas came up from Athens.
Wow.
We had a very nice time, and then we had dinner. 5 of us had dinner after, and I texted. I still did the board meeting, and I texted Sam to be like, "You could have like packed like a little bag in my car because I'm gonna stay over." And so I stayed over because of course I drank, and I stayed over, and all I had to borrow a T-shirt from someone. I had like no toothbrush. I had to take my contacts out and put them in water.
Oh.
Which is terrible. So at my 50th, I was acting like I was 25. Right?
Well, that's kind of fun.
I know. So, and then Thursday I got up
Throwback.
and drove
I
to
wanted you
work.
to feel young.
I felt old.
Sam's like, nah, I won't bring the bag.
Well, if she saw it, it would ruin the surprise.
I had no idea. No idea. It was so sweet. So
I bet you could have pulled it off.
that was my excitement for the week. I mean, and because I am 50, it like wore me out for the rest of the week. So I got through Thursday. I think I went to bed 8:30 Thursday night. So yeah, isn't that nice? It's really. I'm very grateful to have such great friends everywhere.
Yeah.
That's my takeaway. That's what I did.
That's
this week.
nice.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
That's what happened to me.
You're like Cassian on Andor. I have friends everywhere.
I guess I do. All through Ohio for sure. All through Ohio.
Yeah.
So Sam did not go to the party. That would have I would have been like, something's up. Why
Well,
Sam
if
wouldn't
Sam
go
would
to
have been there, it would have been a buzzkill too.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, gosh.
Wow.
But that was my big thing this week. That was fun. We also had a great sprinkle for Julie. And we had book club today, which was great. So I've had like a lot of just very delightful
good
things.
stuff.
Oh, and then we went to see the Jon Stewart, Dave Chappelle show Friday.
Oh, how was that?
I did not care for it.
It was good.
Sam liked it. I think I have a hard time with comedy right now. And Jon Stewart is incredibly cynical. Chappelle was like more upbeat about like doing things for your community. But, it's very difficult right now. And Ann Charles made this point because they went, and she said, she's always impressed by like Kimmel and Colbert because they are able to be funny and still have hope.
Yeah.
But she has found that Stewart has gotten too cynical. And I would say I saw that on display Friday night. And that's hard. That's hard.
Legacy on Friday, the table conversation was what you just said.
Oh, Saturday, you mean, right? The next day?
No, my
Before-
Friday group.
Oh, really?
I
Before
have
he
two
even,
groups, Friday and Saturday.
Before he even played, he even was there.
Yeah. Based on the guys that come always watch Stewart. I never do.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just, I never do. I watch Kimmel, Colbert, and Seth Meyers. So, but they basically said the same thing
That he's
about
got
become
cynical?
too cynical.
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah, it was really hard to watch.
Okay,
I
Sam,
used to
what-
watch him when he was like daily, but I can't do
Yeah.
it anymore.
He did have the two best lines though of the night. Like while Chappelle was like more upbeat about doing stuff for your community, and that's how he started the show. And he sits down, and Chappelle's been buying all that real estate in Yellow Springs, and he says, and Stewart says, well, I like to say that Jon Stewart is the Walt Disney of Ohio. And I don't say that for his land prowess. I say that for his anti-Semitism. And then the second line at the end.
No more potatoes, just some of the good stuff.
And then at the end, he says, people ask me if I'm worried about anti-Semitism. And I tell them, anti-Semitism will be just fine.
Yeah,
So I thought those were the best lines.
that's a good one.
That's really
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, so Stewart was like, he's funny, it's just he's not very hopeful. So that was depressing.
Thank you, Polly.
Do you want
Anyway,
some of this?
it was packed though.
Just a little bit.
Just a little.
Jimmy and Sue Brindell say hi. I saw them there. They say hi, Dan.
It was at Schuster, right?
Oh, it was packed.
It was like all of Dayton was.
I know
Yeah.
it sold out like within 45
Yeah,
minutes
really
or
fast.
something, yeah. And you had to be in line to get the tickets, and yeah.
Yeah, it was serious. Okay. That's my week. That's a big week, though.
Yeah.
And I worked, which we don't talk about.
And you're
Right.
50.
I am fully 50.
No, we talked about your work because you talked about your Zoom meeting. So there you go.
Yes, oh yeah. Oh, that's the only thing I did was that Zoom meeting in between
Right.
my birthday party.
Right. In between all the fun.
Yeah.
Sam?
He didn't go to my birthday party.
I did not. I went to Stewart and Chappelle. And I today took Dia to her first basketball game. So she got to see a victory for the Dayton Flyers.
Which is really
Rare.
You're like a good luck charm because that has not been happening lately.
And they've still been winning at home at least. But,
Yikes.
yeah, it's been a rough since Christmas. But we had a good time. Dia? Well, we caught her with her mouth full.
You're in America. You can talk with food in your mouth.
Oh, wow.
I think she was impressed with the size of the crowd and the sold out arena, and then also the things people do for free food at the game.
Was that surprising to you, dear?
Chicken was, cool.
The
The
chicken?
person who dressed up as a chicken.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
someone in a chicken
nice.
suit there
Of course.
every game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did the whale puzzle, which was a gift for Nan.
She did
Oh.
the whale pull.
Oh, did the whale puzzle? Okay.
That was fun. We finished the other puzzle this week, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
We finished
Down to
it
one
last
puzzle.
She did the whale puzzle in one night.
week.
Well, there's
Good for you.
Without looking at the picture.
that was your Christmas
It was
puzzle.
like
There's your
It was
birthday
easier
puzzle
than-
upstairs somewhere.
Okay.
And I will go on a search and destroy
Someday.
mission trying to find it for next week. So
Okay,
you'll have a
okay.
new puzzle to work on.
Exciting.
yeah, and I went to school.
That's like work.
Yeah,
you don't
can't
have to
yeah,
talk
can't
about it.
that.
Oh, but tell, there's something that happened at school on
We don't
Valentine's Day.
have to talk about
Yeah.
Ooh.
Talk about it.
Whoa.
Well, you can buy flowers for people on
Uh-huh.
Valentine's Day, and somebody bought me a flower and had my name with like hearts around it, but like it didn't have a from.
Oh.
Didn't
A
have a
secret
what?
admirer.
No.
Secret admirer.
Secret admirer.
The look. Do you have an idea of who it is?
You gonna try to figure it out?
Or you,
No. All right.
Marty is very excited about the prospect of Dia going to prom. Marty says that's really what he remembers, not so much prom, but after prom and the drinking.
Oh boy.
So that was last night. Marty was really, now
Yeah.
it's February, prom is not until May, but
Yes.
Marty's there for that.
And Marty doesn't remember any of his football games, you know, right? 'Cause of concussions.
Well, it's because he got a concussion
Yeah.
twice.
Right.
Yeah.
And he
With the
didn't tell us that until like 3 years after he
Yeah.
quit playing. So, Dia, I have a question for you.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
In
Brace yourself.
India, has St. Patrick's Day come to India?
You have to say something though, because they can't hear you on the podcast.
No.
You know, because a lot of holidays all of a sudden go worldwide.
Valentine's Day
Yeah. For
is
sure.
in India. Oh,
Okay, so
Valentine. You said St. Patrick's Day.
St. Pat. I'm sorry, I was thinking of a thing.
Yeah.
So Valentine's Day has made it to India.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Americans will adopt any holiday. If
here's
it's an
some
excuse to
Valentine's
drink.
candy for you that I got.
Aw,
Oh, all right.
Oh.
Good old-
Nice.
Good old Esther Price.
All
So there you
right.
go.
Never had Esther Price before.
Well, now you do.
Now you'll try.
Well,
And
It's a Dayton
so,
classic.
You can tell your parents to really get them nervous that somebody sent you flowers and somebody else gave you candy.
Okay, let's not do that.
Polly?
I don't have anything that's exciting. It's all been curling focused, of course, at the Cincinnati.
Controversy.
Oh, yeah.
my
Oh,
God.
Can we
Weigh
talk
in
about?
on the-
I need.
the big
I
curling
really want to
controversy.
understand this.
I only know about it secondhand because I haven't
It's
really
the
gone down
Swedes
that.
and the Canadians.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So the controversy is what I understand, without taking sides, is that I think the Canadian
Released it too late.
Released it too late. I think there was maybe an
double
accusation
touch.
of double touching because once you release it, you can't touch it again, even if it's within
He tried to
bounds.
claim he didn't do it, and there is video clearly showing
Yeah.
him putting his finger on it
Yeah.
again. And then later they tried to say, "Oh, this isn't breaking the rules." It's like, well, why did you deny it in the first place then?
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't look good.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. So it's been a while since curling's had a controversy, and not in the Olympics. So
I wish the U.S. had controversies like this. Instead, we
have other.
we have like the big ones.
So
U.S. Canada hockey is coming, and it's
I
gonna
know.
be fire.
I know.
Fire. I just was listening to a podcast about it.
Well,
I didn't
our women
realize-
killed their women.
Yeah.
Our women killed their women.
Oh yeah, already.
Yeah, but
4 or 5 days
the
ago.
gold medal game's the one
Yeah.
that's going to matter. But I didn't realize there was like a hockey tournament a year ago. The U.S. and Canadian men played,
Yeah.
and there were 3 fights in the first 9 seconds of the game.
Yeah.
Wow.
What is that?
Not
Yeah.
possible.
Canada hates us. And wouldn't you if you were Canada?
yeah, well,
Yes.
so a lot of my curling has not actually been my league curling. It's been volunteering for Learn to Curls. As you can imagine, there's a lot of interest. So, for
Oh, yeah.
example, we had 3 Learn to Curls yesterday with 32 people for each session, which is maximum. So 96 people
Oh, yeah.
yesterday,
It's
etc.
your big high season every 4 years.
Yeah, exactly. And so I spent a lot of time talking to the Learn to Curlers afterwards to try to reel them in. But on one of the days that we were doing it, one of the other club members, she was there. She's the PTA president of her kids' Montessori school. So the Montessori teachers and staff were taking an in-service work day, and they were there. It was during the Canada-U.S. women's match. So my friend Dana was always looking at the score while we were trying to teach the folks, and then she just turned around and said the U.S. won, and I apologized to her for some reason. Oh, she's a Canadian. I mean, and Dana is Canadian, so I was like, I'm sorry. So I don't know. I didn't. I just
Just knee-jerk.
yeah, reflex reaction to a Canadian who's usually polite and all.
They're way nicer than us.
Yeah. So it's pretty much been
yeah.
all curling. I hope everyone sitting down for this, but I got my USA Germany men's curling results from one Dan Garris through a text message. That's how I found out the score of that game. So I was too busy curling.
Good job.
Yeah, and
Keeping
I
them in
took
the
a
loop.
break. I took a break from all that to have lunch or late breakfast, I guess, late-ish breakfast with Jason Hillard at the Ugly Duckling. I think that was Wednesday morning, so that was good. And that pretty much sums up my week.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, it's been good.
Catherine Ann.
I don't think I did anything fun until this weekend.
I've spent all weekend with Kate.
Yeah, we spent all weekend. Sprinkle, book club, dinner with Dan. I had a new garage door. My garage doors are done.
That's
a
very
new
exciting.
garage door installed.
Free advertising, doors galore,
Doors
right?
galore.
We welcome you home.
There you go. They did. I really had no idea how bad my old one was until I have this new one now.
That's so nice.
It just works. You press the button and it just works, and it's
Oh.
quiet.
Also,
It's really nice.
Also on Monday, I did a fundraiser for Planned Parenthood, a mahjong
Oh, yeah.
fundraiser in Cincinnati. 125 women playing mahjong at the same time. It was unbelievable in a public space.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
It was awesome.
That's scary.
It's pretty sweet. Multi-generational. Lots of maj.
Yeah.
Maj is hot right now.
Now, if you come with me tomorrow to MCL Cafeteria on Far Hills
Do they play maj down there?
for the retired judges monthly
Yes.
meeting,
Yes.
oh yeah,
All right.
it's a retired chick hangout for mahjong.
I've
I love
I've
it.
seen old ladies playing it at the Marians on Schroyer at lunchtime.
My mother
Mature
plays.
women. Mature
Okay.
women.
My mother
I'm
plays
soon to
mahjong
be
at
an
the
old
senior
lady,
center.
so
They play at the tennis club in Cincinnati. They play at the synagogue. I've heard they play at Dorothy Lane Market now.
Wow.
Maj is hot. It's hot, and it gives hope for Sam with bridge. That's all I gotta say.
Maybe Bridge will be next.
Keep holding
just
that
need it to
thought.
catch fire.
Because
Yeah,
I thought
good
Maj
luck.
was a dead game, and here we come.
No.
You never know.
You never know. But if anybody wants to learn Maj, let me know. I like to play.
Okay.
Or Bridge.
I play.
Sam's like, or bridge, please.
I play mahjong. I don't
please.
play bridge.
You play Maj?
Well, with my mom when I'm up in Maine.
Oh,
There you
nice to know. You might be the only male I know that plays Mahjong. Sam has no interest in the Maj.
I don't blame them.
Well, I think it's fun. I think it's fun. Okay.
Okay.
And
What did you do?
Dan?
Well, since Rebecca, we had the Virginia Mod Plat Empowerment
Oh,
Fund
of course.
IT last
We
Sunday.
did.
Yep.
It worked out really well. Had a great time. Everybody here at the table was there.
Yeah.
So I want to thank everybody.
We had a guys' table.
You had a guy's
Got a table with all dudes.
Yes, they did. They separated.
Yeah, we separated. It was
Oh,
a
I
good
didn't
time.
know that. Okay.
They did. It was Paul and Sam and Jason and Eric, Pip's husband. Anybody else?
Eddie.
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 Yeah.
They had a dude's
Dudes.
table.
There you go.
Frank would have sat at it, but he had to sit at the gluten-free
Yeah.
table.
Yeah, he was at the gluten-free table.
That's right.
Worked out very well. Had a lot of people there, a lot of enthusiasm. Beautiful place to have it.
It was.
Snapper
it was
would
really
have been
nice.
really happy.
I think so.
And we raised $10,000.
Nice.
Awesome.
And so anybody that's listening that still wants to contribute,
It's
feel free.
not too late.
It's not too late. You can contribute all throughout the year. If you got any questions about it, either contact Nan or myself. Once we get everything up and rolling and we start getting the applications in, hopefully we can start passing out money to women of all ages who are engaged in their community.
I can't wait.
So then after that, Lily was here. Lily and I, we had a father-daughter bonding. She went to Esther Price and bought $380 worth of candy for me.
Oh my lord.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
That's
as
a
I
lot.
told her, even with the chocolate going up, I do spend more at Christmas.
Oh wow.
And I spend a lot more at Easter.
Oh
my
goodness.
I keep Esther Price on
Can't
Wayne
stop
Avenue
eating this.
afloat.
It is really. I like
Yeah.
going there, and the
Oh,
Wayne
yeah.
Avenue one's the best.
And then when she got back, she did the old man a real favor.
What'd you do?
For the next hour and a half, we went through the refrigerator and the freezer.
Cleaned it out.
Nice.
There's an episode on one of my favorite TV shows called Dinosaurs. Not the mama, not the
Oh, yeah.
mama.
Oh yeah.
And one of the episodes is entitled "When Food Goes Bad," and the food has frozen, but they're not
But
dead,
they're not.
and they attack the dinosaurs. I felt like that as we were going through we found some pretty old stuff.
I bet you did.
This is
And
this
then-
is a theme in the progressive Dr. Rick commercials
Yeah,
on becoming your parents,
Yeah.
and they go
Yeah.
through the freezer, and he says it's a freezer, not a time capsule. But apparently, you open the time capsule.
well, if you look at it now,
That would explain why there was room in
It
the
looks
refrigerator.
great.
yeah,
to put cake,
oh yeah.
beer.
Well, and Eddie just did the week's grocery shopping. Marty was going to do it, but then he wanted me to try the Kroger's
Instacart.
have it delivered.
Yeah.
And I talked to Eddie about it, and Eddie said, "Well, I'll go do it." So that's why there's a bunch of food on the refrigerator side, but on the freezer side, hey, it's pretty cool in there.
Blissfully.
Yeah, you can find things in there.
Wow.
So did that. Then Lily got to. Then we had a pizza party for the family to send Lily on her way.
Nice.
From Pizza Factory, best pizza in Dayton, Ohio, on Wayne Avenue. Then Marty got her up to Dayton Airport, easy to and through, to Atlanta, then back to
We're doing a lot
Back
of
to Portland?
advertising around here today.
Yeah, I think anybody that lives in Dayton that doesn't fly through Dayton needs counseling. But anyhow, it's easy to and through.
It is. It's very
And we're going to
nice.
add all those new flights to Chicago. And once you get to Chicago, the whole world's your oyster.
There you go.
So there you go. So anyhow, I think Eddie just showed up.
We got lots of shepherd's pie, so
Tons.
no worries.
So then the work has progressed
On the elevator?
on the elevator. Tomorrow, either tomorrow or Tuesday, the big hole will be cut in my floor upstairs.
Ooh, it's on.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And most of the drywalling is done
No
now.
going back.
And I've
No going
also
back.
hired Jim and George, my main guys, to repaint the back room. So when
Nice.
you're here next Sunday, it may be blue.
Blue.
And that was Snap and I always wanted blue room. She said, "Oh hell no." So
Wow.
she got yellow in the bedroom. I got blue in the bathroom. but I'm going to keep Virginia's yellow. But this back room is going to be blue.
How exciting!
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited
Nice.
about that. So that went well.
Like a light blue or a dark blue?
Kind of like I don't know. Kind of like the blue on Louis' treat bag here.
That's some
Uh,
serious
that
blue.
kind of-
That's light blue. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, light
yeah,
blue.
like light blue.
Sky
yeah,
blue.
yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, whoa.
So I'm looking forward to.
Yeah,
Democratic
the other one's
blue.
like Cookie Monster blue.
Yeah.
It's for cookies.
Well, and if that gets done, then I can start unpacking all my DVDs and all my CDs
And
and,
finally,
and start putting them back together back there,
How nice.
which is going to make me very happy because since a month or for a year now, I've been moving boxes around this house, and so that's the start of having to quit moving boxes around.
New
Yeah.
era.
So then I watched a lot of Olympics and some other stuff. So that's pretty much what I've done.
I will
I
say
want
the tea was very nice.
Yeah,
it was great.
It was nice. Service was great. At least our table got great
Yeah.
service, refills.
And Kathleen really enjoyed it, so
Oh, she did a wonderful
It was
job.
really nice to hear her.
yeah, it was great. So thank you, Dan.
So, okay. So we've now told everybody what we've done. Oh, and Dia, I got an article for you that you don't have to read now, but you can take it. I don't know much about India, so I'm trying to learn more. And any environmental group that sends me a solicitation, I always send them $50. That gets you on all kind of mailing lists. Frank brought my mail today from court, because I still get it at court. 85 solicitations.
Oh
Plus,
my gosh.
I get that many here at the house too,
Oh my gosh.
because I used to give money there and here,
Oh my God.
So anyhow, this is from Solutions, which is the publication of the Environmental Defense Fund, okay? And there's something that I did not know about India. India produces more milk and has more dairy animals than any other nation in the world.
Yeah.
Its 300 million cows and buffaloes supply milk for more than 1.4 billion people, nearly half of whom rely on dairy products as a major source of protein. So anyhow, this is a 2-page article that details not only the milk production, but with all those cows, things come from cows, methane gas,
Yeah, the
And so
environmental
this is how-
impact.
the environmental
impact.
impact. This talks about how they're trying to do things in small villages to knock down on some of the carbon emissions. So you can take that with you.
Fun fact: I have been allergic to cow milk for like.
We're recording.
We're recording. Yes, we are.
Okay. The one thing I've strived in this podcast is to be honest with our dear listeners. Now, it was suggested to me
Please.
that we not quite be telling the whole story, but this podcast, Dinner with Dan, will not hide the bare truth.
Oh my god.
And
No,
the
no
bare-
redactions?
No redactions. The bare truth is we had technical difficulties.
True.
First time.
First
ever.
time we had technical difficulties, and I'm going to make it short because I don't understand it, other than the first 28 minutes recorded, and then when Dia was talking about milk in India
And how she was allergic to
and
cow's
how
milk.
she was allergic to cow's milk, it quit recording. So everything we said about how green was the valley
Which was a lot.
is like on Christmas Story, how the old man cusses, and it's still out there over Lake Erie or Lake Michigan.
That's right.
Everything we said about how green was my valley is over the Great Miami River, and it's such a depressing movie. I don't care to do it again, so we're done. We'll see you next week.
What? No, we're
No.
not.
Oh my god.
No way. We're
Permission
gonna
to speak, sir.
We're gonna-
Fools.
We're gonna talk about
April
it.
Fools.
Yeah.
But anyhow, so that's what happened. So we had this very good conversation going on,
And we're gonna try to have it again.
and we're going to try to have it again.
So you're gonna,
Yeah.
you're gonna speak. You're gonna.
gonna-
I need you to read about the movie. That's what we have to
Yeah,
do.
well, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So, as we all know, I watch it on DVD. First time watched the movie. Second time with the film historian, also Anna Lee, who was one of the actresses in it. So I've watched it twice. When did I watch it? I think I watched it Friday. Watched it twice. Anyhow, How Green Was My Valley. Best Picture 1941. As thousands took up arms against Hitler, a filmmaking genius was recruited to direct a film that celebrated the strength of human spirit in the face of tyranny. Studio head Darryl F. Zanuck, known for tackling challenging subject matters, was also brave in his choice of a director. When the film's original director, William Wyler, was unable to complete the project, Zanuck sought out the brilliant yet difficult John Ford. Actress Maureen O'Hara lovingly referred to Ford as, quote, an old devil, while Walter Pidgeon recounted his working with Ford as a profound experience. The film was shot in black and white by chance. The original filming location was to be in the south of Wales, but in July 1940, the Battle of Britain began, and the production was forced to relocate. When the shoot moved to Malibu, California, filming was done in black and white to mask the region's pale foliage and provide the illusion of the green of Wales. The right to Richard Llewellyn's acclaimed story were purchased for a record $300,000,
Wow.
which beat the record the year before for Gone with the Wind.
2 years. Because Rebecca was in between.
Oh
it.
yeah, 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been fact checked by somebody sitting to my right. Darn. Since the role of Hugh Morgan is so pivotal, the young actor in the role needed to be capable of deep, believable emotion. 2 weeks after 12-year-old Roddy McDowell and his family fled England to America, he tested for and won the part. Of the nearly 150 films that John Ford directed, he maintained that How Green Was My Valley was his favorite. In 1941, it was nominated for 10 Oscars and it won for 5. Best Picture, Best Supporting Actor, Donald Crisp, Best Director, John Ford, Best Cinematography in black and white. They were giving 2 back then, one for black and white and one for Technicolor, and Best Art Direction. So, my younger son, Edmund, who is usually a table regular, but he's out doing other things, turned me on to a website known as TV Tropes. And TV Tropes is an interesting website that you go to, and it goes through all kind of TV shows and movies and everything else. And I'm going to read 3 of what I thought were interesting tropes. The first one was, and also we want you to know that How Green Was My Valley was up against Citizen Kane and The Maltese Falcon for Best Picture, amongst others. On the TVTropes.com website, under the topic of Downer Ending, an ending that was unusually bleak for Hollywood films of the day. Hugh's father is killed in the mine. His brothers have scattered off around the world due to the lack of good jobs in Wales. Mr. Guilford and Angahar,
And Herod.
and Herod,
It's really hard to remember.
Yeah, nothing is pronounced the way it looks.
yeah, because it's Welsh,
It's Welsh and
Yeah.
it's wild. Yeah.
don't get together. In fact, Mr. Guilford leaves the town disgusted with the small-minded people in the congregation. And in the framing device, when Hugh is leaving the valley as an old man, it's been spoiled and befouled by the pollution of coal mining. The last line is, How green my valley was then. So that's one. The other trope that I thought was interesting was innocence lost. After everything has gone bad, his valley is green no more. All that remains are memories of his beloved ones. Then on Unreliable Narrator, Hugh's sentimental narration contrasts pretty strongly what the film actually depicts: the disintegration of the family unit and the end of the way of life that had sustained the town for years. And then finally, oh, me accent's slipping. While the characters in the film are Welsh, cast members who were from John Ford Stock Company were used their native Irish accents. And Walter Pidgeon, a Canadian, uses his own natural accent. Now, it has been, I'm 72, I'll be 73 in 2 weeks. I watched this movie probably 50 years ago with my mother. And my mother, this was her favorite movie, like Nan's mother is Gone with the Wind. My mother, I grew up in Van Wert County, northwest Ohio. The western part of the county was Protestant German. The eastern part of the county was Protestant Welsh. My mom, even though she was of German ancestry, lived on the English or on the Welsh side of the county. She went to York High School, and the town they went to was Venedocia. So she knew all these Evanses and Gordons and Morgans. So that's why she liked it, was because of that connection she had. I thought it was an interesting movie. I can't remember what else I said.
Well, I think you got a lot of it. You said it was bleak.
Oh, it was extremely bleak.
Yeah.
Yep. And some of the other things I want to talk about, and you guys will get into it. When it was first in production, the suits at the suits at, this was what? Was this MGM? No, this was Fox, 20th Century Fox.
Yeah.
They were upset that it was too pro-union. And, they had just got done with Grapes of Wrath, which when I grew up in high school, some of the parents in Van Wert were upset that their junior high school students were expected to read Grapes of Wrath, and they refused because it was a socialist novel, and came to school board and complained about it. So the compromise was, well, they had to read a book that was at least within 30 pages of length.
Do you remember what they read?
Yeah, do you remember what
Anything?
they read instead?
I don't
Standard
know.
letter.
I'm sure they didn't read Billy Budd. I can tell you that.
USA A-OK. That's what they read.
But I will tell you this. At my 50th high school reunion, which was last year, yeah, they're still the same people. They have not progressed on. But anyhow, I thought that was interesting. And one of the compromises they made with John Ford and with Zanuck to get this movie made was they had to tone down some of the union business in it. Now, it's well known that Zanuck hated unions, but How Green Was My Valley was definitely a pro-union book and movie. Came out with the how bad the workers were treated, the hellish working conditions. Ford's parents had left Ireland after the Tana famine, and that was his lost paradise was Ireland. So he was doing a lost paradise thing. But so to get it through the suits at 20th Century Fox, they came up with this line that was delivered by Walter Pidgeon, who was playing the priest. That, and I've got this quoted, I wrote it down. Have your union, you need it. Alone you are weak, together you are strong. But remember that with strength goes responsibility to others and yourselves. You cannot conquer injustice with more injustice, but only with the justice and help of God. So that kind of is one of the reasons why they were able to continue on with this movie, that was put in there. And then, I just thought of this. I didn't have this on the original thing. My late wife's favorite superhero was Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And, Spider-Man's motto with power comes great responsibility.
Great power comes great responsibility.
Great power comes great responsibility. Right back to How Green Was My Valley. So
I'm sure that's what they were
So now, dear readers or dear listeners, we went from 3 microphones that hang in the air. We're down to 1 microphone Nan Whaley, God love her, and her husband have been back and forth between my house and their house a number of times.
To solve
We
our
even listed
technical
the help of
problems.
Marty Garris, who tried to get us another, what's it called, a SIM card?
SID card, yeah.
Yeah, it didn't work. So we're doing it directly into the computer,
But we still have a nice mic.
and we have a nice mic.
Just one, not
So
three.
we're going to move the mic around, so it might be a little bit different. But I'm going to turn it over to the resident person from that has Welsh ancestry.
Ms. Evans.
Yeah. How close to
You're good.
is this guy?
You're good,
Okay.
yeah.
Kate, you can be our coal miner's daughter.
Oh,
Wow.
thank you. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure last week I talked about this being one of my favorite movies,
You did.
and I really love it in spite of it being a bleak movie overall. I think that the movie is it's really well made, and I think the characters come alive really well. It makes me feel close to my ancestors who would have been of that same like social and economic class. Unlike in the movie where the mine owners, their name is Evans, they were the rich people in town. My ancestors most assuredly were not the rich people in town. So
Or so you want us to believe.
I am like certain they were not.
Yeah, they
humble,
were out
humble beginnings.
hiring Pinkertons
Yeah.
to bust union heads.
No, they were definitely more like the Morgans and that family. I am certain, just humble beginnings. But yeah, I love this movie because it is very real. I think the themes of it, I think the scenery, I think the way that it's made makes a powerful statement. And we've talked about it going up against Citizen Kane, which is often considered one of the best movies of all time, and that it won Best Picture over Citizen Kane. I know is a point of a lot of contention still with movies, movie people, and people who enjoy movies. But I think this stands on its own really well. There are different kinds of movies, and I think this one was made with a lot of heart and empathy. I think that the fact that it does kind of delve into some of these subjects like unions and socialism, even though it doesn't really kind of take it all the way through, I think it's important in the day that this was something that was being represented on the screen and showing the differences that even a family can have over such an important issue. I in spite of the bleak tone of it, I really like it. And
How many times do you think you've seen it?
I've probably seen it a dozen times.
Wow.
I've probably seen it a dozen times at least.
So it's comforting too.
Oh
right?
yeah, I find it's a comfort movie for me, for sure. So
Nice.
yeah.
For me, despite the bleak scenes, that didn't really get to me as too much because I just found like there's a lot of set pieces in the movie. Like they tackle like one plot point, like the sun's leaving, dispersed around the world, or even like the strike wasn't really a 90-minute theme, or even we really don't see any organizing. There's just talk about it, and so it's almost like they just move from one topic to another. And for me, I like that because it's a very place-based movie, right? I mean, this Welsh mining town is standing in for all the other Welsh mining towns, and so the bleakness for me wasn't as big of a deal. It was more just interesting.
And the original take that is lost to the
Take
ether
one.
over the great.
It never recorded. So it's just like a conversation. It never
out
happened.
There going out
That's
far
right.
reaches of the. You mentioned your historical research about what was going on. Why don't you bring that up?
Yeah, so in a way, I doubt this was on purpose, but my comment about the strike not taking up much of the movie. I mean, in reality, there was a strike in 1898, and it's depicted in the movie. It was a 6-month strike, And it certainly was overpay because historically the Welsh mining towns were paid on what was called a sliding scale based on the export price of coal, because that particular coal was high energy. It was in great demand for ships, naval ships. So it would explain why the miners were presumably getting paid more than what we might think, and certainly more than what they got paid later on. And so, because of that sliding scale, if they're being paid, when the prices are going up, they're also going to get paid less when the prices are going down, and that's what we see in the movie. So the strike of 1898 occurred. It was 6 months long, and the owners essentially won, partly because the Welsh mining towns weren't really organized. Like maybe one town had one union activity, another town had a separate one, so they weren't coordinated. And in a way, I mean, I know the movie, again, probably didn't do it on purpose, but it kind of makes sense, right? Everyone's kind of doing their own thing, but there's no collective action. And so after the owners won the strike, there really wasn't a lot of hardcore organizing for a while, which, again, we don't see in the movie, but they had moved on to other plot points. And the other thing I noticed researching this is that in Wales, the union percentage was about 18% of the workers were unionized versus like 59% in like Northeast England. So for whatever reason, it could have been the prosperity. There just wasn't that much interest initially in organizing.
Yeah, so to that point, I think the organizing happens because, like, Dan, earlier you brought up the houses, right? That the houses were pretty nice compared, like, to, like, West Virginia homes of coal miners, right? And so if they were making more money, it'd be, and then they start losing money. And you made this point, Paul, about, like, the best analogy was what? The
post-World War II U.S. manufacturing being a solid middle-class life, everyone was sharing the prosperity. That's probably a closer analogy, even though it's obviously not the same time period.
Right. So, like, people in the 1960s, if they worked in a manufacturing facility, their quality of life was way better than if they're working in a manufacturing facility in 2025 in America. I thought that was, like, a really good point, because I think that does make the organizing harder. Like, I think, anecdotally, I don't have any quantitative, data to prove that, but it does seem to be that it's easier to organize when you don't have anything. Like folks, West Virginia. And so it's like, I could get back to that. I could get back to that, but what is lost is harder to gain than what is never to have that you want to get. Like, it's like more of an offense versus a defense. I never thought about that until you brought this up in this movie.
And it's easier to understand the dad's line. Something to the effect of, like, this is, he didn't say quite it's the way it's always been, but he said, like, we've had a good time, or like things have worked out for us in my lifetime. And the Welsh mining, the coal mining, really dates back to like about 1850, and so we're talking about 50 years, because in the movie Queen Victoria dies, right? So we're talking about 1850.
Well, they sing for her.
They sing for her, And
she's still alive in the movie.
But before 1901.
Yeah.
At least.
So it's really easy to understand the father's point of view, because his life, if not all of most of his working life, that
was the good days.
It was the good days.
Yeah, it's a really good point.
Yeah.
I'm glad you researched that.
Yeah.
That makes it really deep on it.
Yeah.
Dia, what'd you think of the movie? You're good.
I think I enjoyed it. Music was probably one of my favorite parts of the movie. The fact that they just like all sang together at different occasions was pretty cool.
Yeah, I loved that part of the movie.
Yeah, and they were all like synchronized and they were perfect. And the fact that the dad got to go to the queen and sing for her, that was pretty cool. I like the mother's role. Found it rather interesting. Like she seemed a little moody and like dumb at times. But I like the way that she stood up for her husband, and like she went out in the cold with her son, and like she spoke up in support of her husband. That was kind of cool. I really like the relationship between the youngest son and the preacher. Like the preacher, like he seemed like a fatherly figure for him, and the fact that he like gave him his like pocket watch, which is like a symbol of like passing over. That was kind of cool. So I enjoyed it, and I liked the bass. And
You liked that it was slow moving.
I liked that it was slow moving.
So did
It
I.
was wholesome.
And so did Paul.
Yeah.
And just like the everyday scenes.
Mm-hmm.
at the dinner table. They were pretty cool. So yeah, I liked it.
All right.
Good.
Dia, that was way more deeper than the first round. See, sometimes second round can be better than first round.
That's right.
Some think Godfather 2 is better than the original Godfather.
Well, yeah, we could have that
Oh,
discussion.
boy.
Yeah.
That conversation will come up next
conversation's
year.
in about a year. So.
Sammy.
Permission to speak, sir.
Yeah, Sam.
No, I'm just making a point about at the dinner table in the movie. It's very hierarchical, so much so that the children can't even really speak out of turn.
Did I give you permission to speak?
It's his Dan.
You gave me a look. Permission to speak, sir?
I'll let him talk.
Okay, you can talk.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Out on the porch.
I'll get my clothes and leave. So I think when you talk about the organizing and perhaps lack thereof, some of it is because it's a very hierarchical society, and the father's the boss at the table, but when he goes to work, the mine owner's the boss, and he's not really wanting to question that.
The scene that really strikes something in me is when they take the first. They've had the cut in pay, and they're punishing the dad, and he's standing out in the pouring rain.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, are you rethinking this position? Right? Like, are you rethinking your position on this?
Not
He
really.
doesn't. He doesn't.
And he really
Very
doesn't.
stubborn.
The sons are
Real-
trying to tell him that they're making a fool of you, right? And
Yeah, so you think maybe this is going to be a pro-union movie, but they really never take a side on it.
it never really
They
comes.
suggest it, but then they don't go any farther. Maybe because of the politics that Dan mentioned. At the time, they'd just done the Grapes of Wrath. That could have had something to do with it. There's also, I think, some suggestion of religion as the opiate of the people in here, but they stop and they don't really go any farther with it. I also struggled with the movie as far as my enjoyment of it, because I really disagreed with all the major decisions that the characters made. It's not the decision you want them to take.
Yeah.
It's not the decision you like. The father refuses to support the union. He throws his sons out over it. What's her name again?
Anne Herod.
Anne Herod. I cannot remember her
I
name.
know.
Anne Herod, the daughter, doesn't marry the man she loves. He doesn't fight for her. Don't like that decision. Don't like the decision of. This is going to happen. I mean, if you're watching a movie about coal miners, you know that the child will go into the mine.
Yeah.
But it still hurts when he refuses to go to a promising education and instead goes into the mine.
After being in school and excelling, and they give him the choice.
Yeah, when the teachers, the funnest part is when the
blind boxer.
When the teacher is mean to him, the
Awesome.
blind boxer goes and beats up the teacher, and there's some good comic relief.
I do
there.
enjoy
The blind boxer is the first guy who volunteers to go down.
Yeah.
To look
That was
for
awesome too.
To
look for the guy.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
really enjoyed the blind boxer.
His
Yeah.
character's name is Di Bando.
Di
Yeah, that's
Bando.
right. Go get Di Bando.
Go
Teach
get
him to
Di
fight.
Bando and teach him
Yeah.
to fight.
I love Di Bando. He's entertaining.
Yeah. And his little sidekick.
Yes.
who
I also
drinks-
liked.
who
I
drinks the beer out of his
was
hat.
I also enjoy all the alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
These are the things I liked in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Di Bando
Yeah.
and the alcohol.
The singing's
The
kind of
singing
cool
and the
too.
wedding. To your point about the drinking, I love after so long, the men and the women separate, right? And they're doing their own thing, and the ladies are having their fun, and the women and the men, and they're playing that drinking game, when the preacher shows up.
Yeah.
And then he joins in, and they realize, oh, okay, this guy's all right.
Yeah, they almost make the preacher the hero, but
Yeah,
not
not
quite.
Well, because he won't marry for love.
No, he
Yeah.
won't fight.
He won't.
He's-
He's not a fighter.
no
Like
fighter.
that. I think he's
Yeah.
the most. I think he's the most disappointing character in the film. You know,
Maybe
Because he comes across as somebody who's open-minded, who's giving like,
Yeah.
good advice.
he knows
and fair.
better, but
He's educated and promoting Hugh's education.
Yeah.
But then on that issue,
he comes
lets-
short
he lets-
every
and
time.
He lets the deacon shame
he
the
left,
woman.
yeah.
He comes short every time.
So it makes you
Yeah.
wonder what his sermons were like, because outside the church, you're right, he's not really telling people what to do. So is that opposite of what he does at the pulpit? We don't know.
Well, it's interesting too that he's clearly a leader there, though, because
Yeah.
like both times that the whistle blows,
Yeah.
indicating a problem at the mine.
He goes.
He's like the one
Yeah,
in the lead,
he's there.
like charging up to the mine, and you find out early in when you see him with Anne Herod, like one of the first times, and she's like wiping his hands, and she asks him like, "Were you in the mines?" And he said he spent 10 years in the mines. So it's like he's got that experience of being like one of them.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that he is such a leader, but then
He falls short.
Yeah, so flawed.
Yeah, he's flawed.
I think we mentioned this earlier. Maybe the best shot in there is after the marriage of the woman he loves.
Yeah.
They show him in the background amongst the gravestones. It's a really
that
really
whole shot
great
with her leaving.
the way it's framed. Yeah.
Did you notice how like her veil
Yeah,
is
yeah.
like flying? I just thought that whole shot
They
was
had three-
so good.
They had 3 fans doing that.
Oh.
Oh, so that that was
Okay.
on purpose.
I thought it might be accident.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
just ad lib.
That's
They
that's
had
really
3 fans doing it.
okay. Well, it made it's
Ah.
like a very impactful visually. I thought.
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, when we talk about, there was one line about don't take the brains down into the mine.
Oh yeah.
But, Roddy McDowell, playing Hugh, was obviously smitten by his brother's wife.
Braun. Yeah.
And then, he tragically dies in the mine. And
Igor,
he-
right?
yeah.
Igor.
he sees himself as the
Yeah.
one who's going to keep the family together.
Right.
So even though he's educated and he can go on and he's obviously in love with her in his way, and he's going to stay to make sure that the family, as much as possible, stays together. And so then we fast forward, to the beginning, and then we fast forward to the end when he's packing up and leaving, and he says, that's how green my valley was then. Which brings me to the end of the movie. Was that heaven? Or was that just a flashback? And a lot of people, because John Ford was really into Irish mysticism. And I was married to an Irish person. God love her. And somebody else talk.
Well, I don't know if how green was my valley was heaven, to your question.
So the
Yeah.
Irish mysticism
Yeah.
is the dead are always with us.
Oh, okay.
And so some of the historians, some of the movie people think this was John Ford's Irish background saying the dead are always with us. Because he's walking with his dad.
Oh, that's very
Yeah.
interesting.
It's not as much as a flashback is the dead are always with us. Because you see the brothers.
Yes,
you
it's
see
still, and,
everybody.
and at the end they all he flashes to all the places
Yeah.
of where he was. So, yeah, that could be.
Yeah, it could
That's
be.
very interesting.
Yeah.
It could.
Oh, that's
be.
beautiful. That makes it more beautiful, frankly.
Yeah. I just you think about right before it kind of goes to those flashes.
Yeah.
It shows the mother, right, saying I had a whatever she says about I had a vision or I had a thought of he's found Igor and all of that, and then
Yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't thought of that.
yeah.
I still think Citizen Kane should have won, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's
Yeah.
really unfair to say that
Malign,
this movie wasn't somehow deserving. mean, Citizen Kane is it's a very different kind of movie in a lot of ways.
I think this movie's deserving of a Best Picture. I just don't think it was better than Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
Well, since my rant about Citizen Kane was off to the ether,
Yes, you
I
can
am going to
fill us
have my
back,
rant.
Okay, go ahead.
Although many people think Citizen Kane was the best movie, I understand that. I've seen Citizen Kane a number of times. It's about William Randolph Hearst. The way that they treated and Kane is obviously William Randolph Hearst. I mean, there's no doubt
Charles
about
Foster
it.
Kane. Yeah.
Xanadu versus his castle up there north of San Francisco. Yeah. The way they treated the woman who's obviously supposed to be Marion Davies, who I've become quite a fan of.
Shocking.
Regular listeners will remember.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have 12 old 100-year-old movie magazines, of which feature her on the cover. And I've got a number of her movies, and I know where they're at.
Because they're recently purchased.
And so people that didn't know anything about, like you folks, who didn't know anything about Marion Davies, you look at that and you think, oh, well, she was just some fluff chick that William Randolph Hearst did this and did that.
Fluff chick. What era is that slang from?
1990s. That's 1990s talk.
Fluff.
Lily used to call her contemporaries who didn't play sports fluff chicks.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So anyhow,
1990s
Marion Davies
aughts.
was a actress in her own right. She was popular, and she could stand on her own feet. I'm currently reading a 300-some page book about her life.
Is that book longer or shorter than The Grapes of Wrath?
Within 30 pages.
That's the
within
problem
30.
I have with Citizen Kane, is how they treated Marion Davies. And Orson Welles, before he died, tried to make amends and said, well, that was not Marion Davies. He's a liar.
Mm-hmm.
He felt bad. He felt bad about it.
Yeah, but that was Marion Davies. So anyhow, other than that, I think Citizen Kane's a good movie. But, you ask on the original thing, on the original podcast
That doesn't exist.
recorded that doesn't exist. This is like Nixon's 16-minute gap. In his
I
tape.
know.
Oh my gosh.
I
It
know.
wasn't duplicit.
And a lot fewer curse words. We're gonna have
That's true.
to fix that.
So,
Well, how can you curse on this movie? It's like so wholesome with their bad
Yeah, we
decisions.
haven't
And we
yet.
didn't curse on the lost tapes either.
No, we did not. No,
What
no.
would it count if we had?
No.
No. Okay. Oh man, I could have gotten a bunch of them in.
Missed opportunity.
I think it's fine that it won Best Picture, and I appreciate, and I cannot really argue against somebody that thought it should have been Citizen
Well,
Kane.
I think this is, these discussions, I think this is a great one because, it's 1941, Citizen Kane versus How Green Was My Valley, which it is an excellent, albeit depressing movie. And I think we'll continue to have this conversation. Yeah. Citizen Kane is one that's just because it was for decades considered the best movie ever and didn't even win Best Picture. I think we will find that as we go down for the next 4 decades, because the way the Best Picture is decided is in that year. And so it's very difficult to say, this is going to go down as the best movie ever and hold up. It's very difficult. And I think we will find movies for your year of Ordinary People. I'm sure there will be movies that you decide that year should have made it instead of Ordinary People.
The Big Lebowski didn't even get nominated.
Tragic.
Travesty.
And Billy Jack.
Miscarriage of justice.
Billy Jack.
Billy Jack.
Go ahead and hate your neighbor.
So I just think this is the first time in modern discussion.
Yeah, Ordinary People beat Coal Miner's Daughter, The Elephant Man, Raging Bull, and a movie called Tess. Yeah, I understand.
This
More of those
is the first one of it, and I think it's good to have those conversations. And it's as we're in the golden era of Hollywood, these pictures are really excellent.
Yeah.
Really excellent. And so How Green Was My Valley and Citizen Kane. And Citizen Kane, I mean, it's a political story, so, I'm more tied to, and the story of William Randolph Hearst, who was a terrible human. So, talk about an anti-hero.
Yeah. Another little tidbit here. Anna Lee, who is on my DVD, recounting her memories of being in the movie, she was actually 3 months pregnant when the movie started filming.
Who'd she play?
Bronwyn.
Bronwyn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's
And,
the woman, the blonde that the little boy was in love with.
Yeah, the brother's wife.
And Ford did not know it. And it didn't come out until well into the filming.
Ooh, so he probably wouldn't have hired her.
Yeah, that was
They
probably
probably
smart
wouldn't
on
have hired her,
part.
yeah. But anyhow, I thought that was
Yeah,
interesting.
she's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she knew she'd
That
be
was smart.
discriminated on that pregnancy bump.
Definitely by John Ford.
So this John Ford, terrible human?
No,
No,
but
I
a
think
real,
Hard guy to
a
get
real
along with.
stickler and
Yeah.
had a reputation. Well, not unlike Orson Welles, had a reputation, I think, for being very difficult and my way or the highway type
Director.
Yeah.
I am the director.
Didn't he make a lot of the westerns?
Oh,
the
yeah.
great,
He
the
did.
great westerns, isn't he's known
Oh,
for
yeah.
for that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in the Spielberg show, the Spielberg movie a few years
Yeah.
ago, they talk about the John Ford westerns. Do you remember?
And that's how that movie
What's that movie?
ends,
What's that movie?
The Fablemans.
The Fablemans. It's in John
Yeah.
Ford's office, right?
It ends in John Ford's office, and he's telling the kid
Yeah.
about the horizon.
Yes.
Look at that picture.
Yes.
That, that was
I
my
enjoyed the
favorite.
Fablemans. It was up for
yeah.
Best Picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that one, Dan? The
I
Fablemans.
have not watched that.
Oh, it's good. It's
It's
good.
good.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
You would like. You would
Yeah,
like it. You would
you
like
would
it.
enjoy it.
Yeah. So, well, I think that gets to the heart of what we had to say about How Green Was My Valley.
Yeah.
I will say this. My favorite part of the whole movie
Yeah.
was when the boxer goes and beats the ever-loving hell out of the
teacher.
sadistic school teacher.
I love
Oh,
that.
It's,
That is
it's,
a great
it's so
scene.
Oh
satisfying.
man, it's good.
So
That
satisfying.
Yeah.
is
Did you
a
like that, Dia?
Great scene.
Dia liked it.
That is a great scene. That's where the common man took down
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
elitist,
Yeah.
socially superior person.
No, it was
Yeah.
great. It was great.
Yeah.
Well, you guys made me like this movie a little more from this
Oh,
conversation.
me too.
Thank
Me
you.
too.
Thank you.
Yes.
And maybe we have to have conversations twice about movies I don't like very much.
Let me say something else.
Yes.
I don't think this movie would have been anywhere near as good in Technicolor.
I agree.
I agree.
I totally
I
agree.
agree.
Yeah.
Because, black and white, when that smoke's coming out and
Oh,
everything
yeah.
else, you get the...
There's a starkness.
and he's remembering it as green,
Yeah.
and we don't see it
I
as
agree.
green.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
maybe
he remembers it as green.
Yeah.
He's leaving.
Yeah, you would
There's
lose
nothing there
something.
for him
Yeah.
anymore. He's packing up. He's leaving. But he's remembering when it was green.
Yeah, I like that. I think you're
Yeah.
right.
And we
You're right.
you would have not had that if it would have been Technicolor.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, sir?
You don't have to call me sir.
All
you
right,
can
sir.
call me your honor.
No.
Oh,
You're not working.
boy.
Not anymore.
I do have some. So next week we're going to do Minerva.
Mrs. Miniver.
Oh, who gets to scratch it off?
Oh, Kate, because she's Welsh.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
Welsh.
yes.
All right.
And
Maybe
that's
next
one of
week,
my
Dia.
favorites.
Maybe
Scratch it
next
off,
week.
Kate.
Oh,
Do you have a coin?
There's
Candy?
coins all over the place. So
I can't believe there's not one there.
there was a half dollar.
Yeah, there was one.
Somebody spent it.
Polly,
Yeah,
you
somebody
go
put
out
it
to my
in my
roll top
pocket.
desk. Top
use
drawer,
this
not
thing
the
back
center
with the
one, but the
spoon
one
or
on the right. There's like 1,000,000 coins in there.
Oh yeah.
That one, yep.
She's got one coming.
So anyhow,
What's next week?
Mrs. Miniver.
Mrs.
It's
Miniver.
1942.
Yeah.
It's based in England during the Blitz.
It's good.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Of course, Kate's seen
Yeah.
it.
Walter Pigeon
Walter Pigeon.
is in it again.
Yeah.
It's interesting when these actors get hot. Like you think 3 best pictures in 1939, Clark Gable's in 3 of them. It happened one night, Mutiny on the Bounty, and then Gone with the Wind. And now Walter Pigeon is going to be back to back in best movies.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's interesting.
The next one's on Casablanca.
No, 2 weeks is Casablanca.
Now, Dan, I will need an excused absence because I will be in Maine celebrating my mother's 80th birthday, so I can get a note from my mom. Sam.
All right.
Next Sunday?
Yeah.
And we have a big guest
In 2 weeks.
in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Casablanca.
Someone is flying in for Casablanca.
He's doing it.
Crystal King is flying in.
Oh, good. Very exciting.
And we-
Round
Everybody
up-
comes to Rick.
Round up the usual suspects.
Round up the usual suspects.
Well, it's appropriate she's coming
In
in.
my extensive film library, I have at least 6 books on the making of Casablanca, including one that's got the entire script in it.
Can you find
I'm gonna
them?
pull
Yeah,
them all
yeah.
out for the
Well, I think I have a concept where they're at.
Nice,
It's kind of like a Trump concept. I think I have a concept
Oh,
where they're at.
Is next week's movie uplifting or down?
It's uplifting.
It's uplifting.
Okay.
It is uplifting.
Yeah.
Let me see the pull off.
Although I'm not gonna lie, there were moments you're gonna be like, "This is uplifting."
In the
but-
Blitz.
Well, we've read a
But
lot
it's the
lately.
Blitz, so-
about
We've read a lot
the
about Blitz.
So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Nice. This is a fun thing that Frankie
Yeah.
got
Oh
you.
yeah. Frankie Carly got me that for Christmas.
So next week, Mrs.
Miniver.
Miniver, Mrs. Miniver, and Paul won't be here. And we again want to tell our listeners we'd love for them to come on
That's right.
and be a special
Oh,
guest,
absolutely.
even if they've not seen the movie. As they can just watch the movie. It doesn't have to be one of their favorites.
That's
If
right.
they feel like they
Right.
want to come and discuss movies with us, we'd love to have them.
Absolutely.
Right.
And we had a great meal tonight. Thank you for the shepherd's pie.
And thank you guys for
Yeah.
doing
And for the
this
dessert.
conversation twice. I apologize as the technical director of this podcast.
You know,
It's okay. It was
very
not
hard.
your fault.
that was truly a first world problem.
Thank you, Dan.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
right.
And like you said, hopefully it's the worst.
If that's the
adversity
worst
we
thing that
face
happens
this
to us
week.
this week, we
Had a
are
good week.
blessed.
That's right. Okay. Do you want to close us out, Danny?
Okay, I want to thank everybody. We're looking forward to doing the podcast next Sunday. And as I end everything, Godspeed and fair winds until we meet again.